aggressive, where the words fake news have come to mean other people's opinions. It is vital to rely on news platforms with journalists who have feet on the ground and can report the truth. New York Parrot, a New York-based national and global news outlet, is changing the narratives of media operations. We focus on the news that matters, like self-empowerment, entrepreneurship, finances, health, security, politics, and more. We strive to curb violence, racial and economic discrimination, and to promote peace and socio-economic development of multiculturally diverse world. As we give voice to the people, we also give your business a voice and make it heard. Get your products and services off the ground by advertising on our fast-growing platform. With so much of daily visits to New York Parrot, you can't afford to be invisible to prospective clients on the website they trust the most. Our posts reach millions of people across the New York State and around the world. Advertising on our news site will unlock an audience of thousands of potential customers on your doorstep. New York Parrot is born to prosperously speak tomorrow for the voiceless.
Greetings, my name is Sheikh Musa rammeh. I am the host of this show, the community organizer, live from New York City. Today, I am here to talk to you about our upcoming annual event, the Public Safety Honor Day here in New York City. This is a day that we honor our law enforcement personnel from many branches of our government, actually including private security personnel. It is a day dedicated to acknowledging them, honoring them, and showing them love. And we've been doing it for the past 10 years. The first Tuesday of December every year is dedicated to our law enforcement, our public safety personnel. And the day is called National Public Safety Honor Day. And every year, Bronxites in Community Board 9 organize a walk from Parkchester train station all the way to 43rd Precinct to hand them flowers, to shake hands, and to hold brief press conference with speakers from various backgrounds, but all are there to support their police officers and those who are responsible for their safety while they're sleeping and their safety while they're at work. We honor the law enforcement and we also honor the firefighters who also risk their lives in making sure that people will not die in these fires. So anybody who has anything to do with our public safety, the day is for you. And the day is to honor you and to acknowledge you and to appreciate you and to let you know that your sacrifices are tremendously beneficial for our wellness, for our safety, and for our ability to enjoy life. So every first Tuesday in December is Public Safety Day, and therefore every New Yorkers, is invited, to do something toward honoring their public safety personnel. We always suggest people to go to their local precincts with flowers, with letters, or with email, or with telephone call, just to acknowledge their appreciation, for their work. Because oftentimes our interactions with our law enforcement happen in difficult times, where we are either very upset or where we're in danger or or we're suffering or our safety is threatened. And in those situations, there can never be cordial relationship built because you are not, you're not yourself. So you're in a different state of being. And also, the same law enforcement who may be there, to provide safety net for you, may have come from another situation that affected their thinking, because violence, affected the way people think, especially if you see, a grandmother or a baby brutalized, in a most heinous way. And then you're there, and then, from there, you are called to another situation. So the encounter, with our law enforcement personnel and our public safety personnel may not always be cordial because of these, traumatizing, situations. So that's why we dedicated this day every year for the past 10 years, the first Tuesday, meaning the very first Tuesday is dedicated to honoring our public safety personnel. So every year we've been doing it, but the people around Community Board 9 and the area take it to a next level by congregating at Parkchester train station, Virginia Park there, from 12 o'clock, and then walk from there to hand out flowers to the fire engine on Castle Hill and Ellis Avenue, and then continue on, on Castle Hill to Story Avenue and make a right on Story Avenue, walk to the second fire engine, which is on Story Avenue, right by Noble, right next to 43rd Precinct, hand them their flowers, take pictures, and greet them, and express our satisfaction and appreciation to them. And then the journey ends at 43rd Precinct, where we have press conference there, where we meet with the commanding officers and some of his officers and some of the staff, and then where the speakers dedicate their speeches on behalf of the law enforcement, and we thank them and we express profound gratitude for their services and for their leadership, and we show them that we are in solidarity with them, and we acknowledge their presence in our communities, and we feel good that they're there and willing to sacrifice on our behalf, and then shake hands, hug, take pictures, and then the day for that work ends. And then the rest of the day, we continue on calling and emailing, different precincts and different fire engines and, different places to express, again, the same sentiment throughout the day. We want to make sure that the first Tuesday is dedicated to all law enforcement. This is a great, great, great relationship building. And that's why every year we ask New Yorkers to participate, with all their local precincts, just to show them how much we appreciate them. Since our interactions are not always cordial, not in the best of time, how many people invite police officers to their birthday celebration or their joyous occasions? We rarely do it. We meet our law enforcement oftentimes in the most difficult, challenging times, and therefore we cannot always guarantee that our interactions will be positive or will be something that we cherish. And that's why dedicating a day in the year where we really express, pour our heart into how we feel about them is very, very crucial. This is one of the greatest relationship building, so that they know, that we appreciate them. Because oftentimes you have so many community activists who are so negative toward law enforcement. I mean, they actually bias against law enforcement because of whatever may have happened from one of the law enforcement personnel, will cause them to brush, the entire, law enforcement community as bad people, as aggressive people, as people who discriminate, people who hurt other people. That's not never the case. It's not true. Never ever been the truth. Yes, our law enforcement communities, just like any other communities, churches and mosques and temples, you have people that are expected to be good and great and turn out to be bad and wicked. So you have also law enforcement personnel that we expect them to be angels, and they turn out to be bad and to be very unsuitable for the uniforms that they put on. But they are very, very small minority within their larger community of angels. And this is a factor. Human nature is human nature. So we don't expect everybody that we expect to be great turn out to be great. We don't expect any police that come to you, is an angel, but overwhelming majority of them are nothing but angels. They want nothing but public safety. They want nothing but peace. They want nothing but lawful, adherence by everybody in their respective precincts. That's all they do. They leave their families, they leave their loved ones, they leave their homes to come to neighborhood to protect people of that neighborhood, making sure that there is law and order in those neighborhoods, making sure that there's a public safety, making sure that there's a lawful adherence by the resident. That's what they do. They may not live in the same neighborhood, but their jobs are to save lives, to maintain public safety, and to improve quality of life. And that's what they do all the time, whether they're in uniform or they are, off duty. Once you're a law enforcement, you are on duty all the time. Whether you have the uniform or not, it doesn't matter. They always are there watching out on our behalf and making sure that, nobody's life is put into dangerous situation, and nobody's property will be taken unlawfully, and nobody is attacked, because somebody doesn't like them, bias attacks. That's what law enforcement personnel do. On duty, off duty, it doesn't matter to them. And they have been doing it uh, honorably, wonderfully. So especially NYPD, the best in the business, they do the right thing by New Yorkers because they're New Yorkers. Whether they live in your district or not doesn't matter, but they're New Yorkers. And they love New York, and they love people, and they love their jobs. And their jobs are calling for them. It's not just professor, it's a calling for them. They were born to serve. There are a lot of people with various orientations. Some people are born to commit crime. Our law enforcement personnel, they were born to serve, to protect, to save lives, and to making sure that there's a lawful adherence by all. And they treat people accordingly. They are not like, the picture that these activists who are against them are painting all the time. If one person does something bad, then the entire force is blamed for it. No, never happened. That's never the case. If that's the case, then no house of worship, will ever. Okay, let me 1 second. Yeah, if that's the case, then no house of worship will open because, we're all human beings. Whether you are, at a precinct or in the church or in the school or in a mosque or whatever, there are always people you expect them to be angels and turn out not to be angels. But overall, that should never ever mark the place or the people as equal in committing crime. So, with that being said, we're inviting you one more time. November, I mean, no, December 3rd, December 3rd, 2024 is National Public Safety Honor Day. So we're inviting you to meet us at Virginia Park, right across the street from Parkchester train station. Virginia Park, exactly 12 o'clock. We do prayers, pep talk, then we walk together to the precinct. Tuesday, December 3rd, 12 o'clock, is the annual Public Safety Honor Day. And we've been doing it for the past 10 years. We walk from Virginia Park, right by the train station, on Westchester Avenue, all the way to Castle Hill Avenue. We make a right turn on Castle Hill, walk on Castle Hill, all the way to Story Avenue, make another right on Story Avenue, walk on Story Avenue, all the way to Noble Avenue, make a right, and enter the 43rd precinct. One more time. We congregate at 12 on Tuesday, December 3rd at Virginia Park, which is right by Parkchester train station. You cannot miss it. Number 6 train stops right there. Mini buses stops right there. Number 39 bus, number 36 bus, number 11 bus, and I'm sure there are other buses that stops right there by Virginia Park. And I think you put number 22 or number 22 subject. But anyway, 36, 39, and number 11 and number 4. Yeah, that's what I forgot. Number 4, number 11, number 36, and number 39. All stops at Virginia Park and White Plains Road. Virginia Park, right by White Plains and Westchester Avenue. We congregate again 12 o'clock. And then we do prayer, give a little bit of talk about what the day is, and then we all walk together on Westchester Avenue all the way to Castle Hill, not far. When we get to Castle Hill, we all make the right turn. We walk on Castle Hill all the way to Story Avenue, not far again. When we get to Story Avenue, we make another right. We walk on Story Avenue all the way to Noble Avenue, where the prison is, 900 Noble Avenue. Then we make a right turn, then we enter the 43rd precinct. Simple as that. Right, then we enter the 43rd precinct. Around 1 o'clock. We get there around 1 o'clock. It takes about maybe an hour for the walk. We get there with flowers, you know, speakers speak, and then we shake hands, we hug, we take pictures, and then we listen to the commanding officer give, his or her remarks, and then we call it the day. Then we go now and then do our individual, expression of appreciation to different precincts and whatever. We send out so many emails and everything else, but we want all New Yorkers to do the same thing for their local precincts. What we're doing for 43rd precinct for the past 10 years need to be done by New Yorkers for all local precincts. All the precincts in New York City should receive a group of individuals that come to express their gratitude and their acknowledgement and their love to their local precincts. All of them. We encourage all New Yorkers to do that. When you say thank you and it comes from the heart, nothing replaces that. No money, nothing. When you look at a police officer, you shake the hand and you say thank you, and that thank you is genuine, it's authentic, it's from the heart, you mean it. You have made that uh, police officer's day and week and month. And that police officer will always remember your face, will always remember what you wear, what you had on, because you express a profound gratitude to that officer. You acknowledge his presence. You acknowledge his sacrifices. You acknowledge his leadership. You acknowledge the fact that he closed his home or her home, left his or her loved ones, and come to you and yours just to protect you, your family, and your possessions and your dignity. And they do it every day. And some of them get hurt, some of them get attacked, and some of them chastised and their character assassinated because they're activists who don't like law enforcement. And some of them for good reasons, because if you are not lawfully obedient, then you don't like law enforcement. You don't like those who enforce the law. Now, some may not like law enforcement because they have negative encounter legitimately with law enforcement. They have met a bad law enforcement personnel. And because that experience left bad test on them, so they just don't like law enforcement because of their personal experience. But by and large, overwhelming majority of New Yorkers have nothing but positive interaction with their law enforcement. And therefore, spending one day appreciating their work is very important. And we encourage all of you, to participate in the Public Safety Honor Day, which is this year, Tuesday, December 3rd. Because every year is the first Tuesday in December. This year is December 3rd. Tuesday, December 3rd, all day. You can express thank you in many different ways. Give flowers, send check, send email, put good words on social media, organize the way we organize, go to your local precinct, show your appreciation, do something to show that you are acknowledging their sacrifice. Do something. Whatever precinct you are, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, Staten Island, in the Bronx, wherever you are, make sure that this Tuesday, December 3rd, is dedicated in honoring your local public safety personnel, firefighters and police officers and anybody else who provide public safety, including doormen and security guards and personal bodyguards and you name it. Anybody who provides public safety to the public need to be honored on Tuesday, December 3rd, because that is their day. And we're very happy that we're part of it. And we're very honored that every year we do it bigger and better. And every year we present them with a beautiful plaque from our heart, expressing how we feel about them. Every year we do it. And every year we want New Yorkers to do the same thing. So one more time, I'm inviting those of you in the Bronx, to do the same thing for your local precincts. But if you want to join our march, we'll be more than happy to have you march with us. Come Tuesday, December 3rd, 12 o'clock at Virginia Park, which is on Westchester and White Plains Road, right across the street from the Parkchester train station. If you're taking the bus, number 4, number 11, number 36, number 39, all stops at Virginia Park. And if you're driving, it's very convenient. Parkchester, you're there. 12 o'clock, Tuesday, December 3rd. We walk from there to 43rd Precinct to express how we feel about them. And please, if you need further clarification or you want to bring more people or you want to do something even more special, let us know. You can call me directly or you can send us email or you can just come participate. It's a public event. It's open to the public. There's no charge. There's nothing. We just want to come together as New Yorkers to express how we feel about our public safety personnel, which is to thank them for their sacrifices, for their services, for their professionalism, for maintaining peace and public safety, for improving quality of life, and for always learning how to improve the police work, the law enforcement work, and always be courteous, be professional, and be brave. We can sleep at night because we have law enforcement working the night shift. We can be safe in our businesses because we have law enforcement personnel working the day shift. Without them, none of us will be doing that. So with that being said, I just want to thank all of you, for watching and for listening and for patronizing us and for supporting us and for always encouraging us. We get a lot of emails and a lot of, Facebook and social media acknowledgement of our work because we are community activists. We just want peace, public safety, quality of life for all. We don't want violence. We don't want hatred. We do not want people not to embrace our diversity. We are one New York family, and we must always be willing to be our brothers keepers and our sisters keepers. And that is why Peace December came about, and that is why honoring our public safety personnel on the fourth Tuesday of December came about. And please join us. For further information, you can always contact us. With that being said, thank you all so much. And again, let's celebrate the month of peace, which is December, and let's also celebrate fourth Tuesday, which is the Public Safety Honor Day. God bless you all. See you later.